Okay, sorry to make you run for that button. All right, we are calling the meeting of Rialto Unified School District, regular meeting of the Board of Education for July 12th, 2023. And calling to order at 6:01 and open session. Okay, here's what's going on in closed session. As provided by law, the following are the items for discussion and consideration at the closed session of the board meeting: public employee, employment discipline, dismissal, release, reassignment of employees, Government Code Section 54957, student expulsions, reinstatements, expulsion enrollments, conference with labor negotiators, agency designated representatives, Cuauhtemoc Avila, Superintendent, lead personnel agents, Rhonda Kramer, Roxanne Dominguez, and Armando Ortega, personnel services. Employee organizations, California School Employees Association, Chapter 203, Rialto Education Association, and Communication Workers of America. Pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D and or D3, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure litigation, one potential claim. Public employee complaint, consideration of appeal of investigation findings to board under Administrative Regulation 4030. Government Code 54957. Conference with labor negotiator, Government Code Section 54957.6. Designated representative, Board President Stephanie E. Lewis. Unrepresented employee, Cuauhtemoc Avila, Doctor of Education. And comments on closed session agenda items. Any person wishing to speak on any item on the closed session agenda will be granted 3 minutes.
We do not have any.
All righty. Okay, and we have a couple of board members missing this evening, one coming in late at least. So, Ms. Dominguez, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
And myself, aye. Time is 6:03.
All righty. Sure. Ready? Thank you, Ricardo. Okay, so we'll make a motion to go into closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Aye.
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 Ms. Dominguez?
Aye.
Okay. All righty. And we make a motion to close.
We're current now, so,
Closed session, is there a report out of closed session?
yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah, we still need to do
Yeah.
the pledge.
Make a motion to adjourn closed session.
Yeah.
Second. Okay, Ms. Dominguez?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
That's aye. Okay. Now we're going to open. Okay. Call to order Rialto Unified School District regular meeting of the Board of Education agenda. July 12th, 2023, Dr. John Casaluna Educational Center. Any individual who required disability-related accommodation or modification, including auxiliary aids and service, in order to participate in the board meeting should contact a superintendent or designee in writing. Okay, so it's
President Lewis.
a repeat,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
and I want to thank Board Clerk Martinez for filling in. And since I'm flying in and coming in, where do we start, Mr. Martinez?
Okay,
I think we're ready for the pledge.
All righty. So I am flight drained. Thank you. Okay, so opening session reconvene at what, 7:15?
yes.
Pledge of Allegiance. All righty. So I will have Chris Stoffel to lead us in the pledge. Okay.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. Dr. Avila, do we have a report out of closed session?
Yes, thank you, President Lewis. The Board of Education denied the request for an unpaid leave of absence for classified employee number 2611823 from August 4, 2023 through February 4, 2024. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Carl Henderson, Middle School Assistant Principal, Kolb Middle School. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Jennifer Quesada, Middle School Assistant Principal, Frisbee Middle School. The roll call vote was unanimous. And the Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Cristo Enriquez Pulido, High School Principal, Eisenhower High School. The roll call vote was unanimous.
Okay, thank you. Adoption of the agenda. Do we have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Ms. Dominguez?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Ms. Lewis? Aye. Public comments not on the agenda. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any items not on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes.
Before we proceed with that, I'm being told that I need to read resolution. Rhonda?
Yes.
The resolution that also was part of the closed session
Okay.
report. I do not have it there. Is there a special readout? Or is it this one here?
It's just reading out the resolution number that the board approved the resolution for
Employee number?
right to reassign certificated administrator and employee number into the position.
Okay, so resolution number 232406 was approved for employee number 2375533 to be reassigned from current position middle school assistant principal 215 days to virtual academy assistant principal 215 days. The roll call vote was unanimous.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any public comments not on the agenda?
Yes, we have Paula Bailey.
President Lewis, can we adopt the agenda?
We did,
We did.
but we could do it again.
Yes, it's nothing like a,
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I
I
second
second
that
it.
motion. Well, we both
all
did.
right. Ms. Dominguez?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
And Ms. Lewis? Aye. Cool. No worries.
We ready?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, Board President, board members, viewing audience, and cabinet. I come to you as a person with multiple hats. This is a topic I brought to you in the past as well. Some of you weren't here then. Many of you know I also work for a mental health agency that serves children that have not had the best start even before birth. I'm really asking that if there's going to be principal moves, that we really think about the effect of the kiddos and how we're going to process that with those children before that school year changes. I recently this year, and I'm not going to get into details because you know I'm not that person, but I'm working with families that have kiddos that have been at schools and they don't want to continue their child to stay in this district, their new child to be in this district because of that experience before. And I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute, that school has so-and-so administrator now. And just like we do PBIS with our kiddos, let's see how we can help these administrators so we have less transition on those kids. because they really take it personally. You have a drug exposed kiddo that, they finally get an attachment to somebody or know someone's there, good or bad. How are we allowing those kiddos to process that? If we know they're going to be leaving before the school year's over, why aren't we saying something to these kiddos then? Like, okay, well, I'm not going to be here next year, but somebody else will. Or come back and say, I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye, but I don't want you to think, I didn't care or whatever. So really just have that thought process about those kiddos, because they really do take it personally. And I know we're in the business of children, or as we all are, we all have kids. But we really need to think about how it's affecting them on top of it all. And that's really all I have to say, because I know that my daughter made a connection with her preschool principal, 3 years old. And at her graduation, you know what? She was so excited to see that person. How many years later? And she was 3 years old, and now she's 18. So it does make a difference. They do make that connection and, see them grow up, and it's exciting for them. But that's it. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great summer.
Thank you.
That is all we have.
All right. Public comments on agenda item. Any person wishing to speak or any items on agenda will be granted 3 minutes.
We do not have any.
Okay. Comments from Association Executive, Rialto Education Association. Okay. California School Employee Association.
Good evening, Rialto Unified family. I'm Christopher Cordasco, CSCA Chapter 203 President. Tonight I wanted to talk about our negotiations. I would love to stand here tonight and tell you things are going very smooth and very well. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Things are a little more complex than we had hoped. Why? I'm glad you asked, Mr. Martinez. I find myself thinking about what we can do to make things smoother at the table. And I find myself thinking more and more about the real problem is the labor market. Unfortunately, in this country, since the pandemic, we're experiencing something that has never happened before. Now, employers are having to fight over employees. This has created many vacancies and the inability to provide 100% quality services. This also puts the district in a bad position where if we're not fully staffed and we don't have the best people, we're not providing the best services to our students, we're not being the highest quality educational institution that we should be for our community. And this directly affects property values, morale within our entire community. What can we do to solve this? Glad you asked that, Mr. Montez. Well, let's talk about how we got here. We got here because, believe it or not, in this district, it's my belief that we have not received an actual raise in over 20 years. I know that may come to a shock to some of you in this room, but if we look at COLA and what COLA is, it's not a raise. COLA is a cost of living adjustment. It's to keep us status quo. And when you're status quo, when it comes to pay, you fall behind. When you fall behind, your competitors for labor gain on you. I'm going to repeat myself. COLA is not a raise. We can do better. We need to do better for our community. We need to do better for our students, and we need to do better so that our personnel department can hire quality staff. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Cordasco, thank you.
Okay. Communication Workers of America. Rialto School Managers Association. Thank you, guys. Comments from the superintendent?
Thank you, President Lewis, and we do find ourselves in the midst of summer, and being so strongly encourage everybody to stay hydrated and away from the sun as much as at least the unsafe levels of sun as much as possible to stay healthy and to continue to get through the summer. But first, I would like to share some good news. Young lady from Fitzgerald Elementary, Melody Pina. If you attended the Ritz, she was one of our young ladies who wowed the audience with her passionate singing. This past week, she was featured on Fox 11 Los Angeles. And I would like to show you a clip of the video that highlights the determination of this young lady and highlights that with any limitations that we incur through life, or if we're born with them, that they too, for the most part, can be overcome. And so very proud of one of our very own.
Inspiring audiences all over Southern California. Melody Pina wants to use her talent to show she is not defined by the differences she was born with. Christina Pascucci has her story. That's 11-year-old Melody.
Her name definitely fits her.
As she sings her heart out, there's a mission behind this voice.
It's emotional. She's very soulful.
Maybe you didn't even notice what makes Melody extra unique.
10 fingers are overrated.
You might have been asked this like 3,000 times. What do you say when somebody says, "What happened to your hand?" Another way of saying it is that you were born with these hands, and these are your hands.
Yes.
And I love them, and I hope you'll come play with me. Right?
Dr. Nina Lytel Merrick runs the orthopedic hand surgery program at Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
Hey guys, sorry.
Has known Melody since she was born with amniotic band syndrome.
The band from the amniotic sac, while you're inside, wrap around your fingers.
Yeah, and I almost lost my leg. That's okay. I still have it.
Melody had 4 surgeries to separate her fingers and allow her to pinch so well. Show how you can pinch with your outside fingers the best. Yep.
I have a really strong grip.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's shake hands. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dr. Lytel Merrick has made it her purpose to teach kids and parents that limb differences are something to embrace.
When she's singing, she always sings with her hands. She's embracing her hands, using them with her words.
She wants to send a clear message to kids who look like her.
Don't be shy. Show your hands.
One in every 250,000 people is born with hand differences.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hundreds of those kids live in Los Angeles. The hospital's Catch program gives them a biannual opportunity to connect.
The entire energy around the event is to challenge yourself and to challenge your child to explore who they are without holding them back.
Through the program, Melody is even mentoring other kids.
Melody gets to grow up with another child, and they get to have a shared journey together.
Her little bro bragged, "Hey, that's my sister."
You must be very proud of your sister. I'm actually really proud of her, how she taught herself how to use chopsticks, and I still don't know how to do that stuff. It's fun.
Melody is a star.
What's your dream?
To be on Broadway.
Watch out, world. Here she comes. Christina Pascucci, Fox 11 News.
She's absolutely going to achieve this dream.
Absolutely.
Ooh, powerful.
And if you didn't remember, that last image was from the Ritz.
Yeah. Is that all?
3 other quick announcements. This next 2 were previously announced, but a reminder doesn't hurt. We will have our summer school graduation Wednesday, July the 19th at 5 o'clock at Eisenhower High School. And tomorrow, July the 13th at 10 a.m., we will have our groundbreaking ceremony at Eisenhower High School for their proposed two-story building that will house 31, 32 classrooms there. Very deserving for those kids, the community. It is part of Measure Y monies. It's the last remaining $32 million that we're going to invest in our kids, our community. So very happy to bring it to life starting tomorrow. And our district will also participate at the city's National Night Out on Tuesday, August 1st. At 5 o'clock this year, it will be held at Rialto Park, located at 130 East San Bernardino Avenue here in Rialto, and we hope the community can come and join us. And that's all I have.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Next, we'll have a board member, Dominguez. Ms.
Thank you,
Dominguez.
President. So first and foremost, please stay hydrated. It is hot, and it is hot. So please stay hydrated, have fun during the summer, get rest, get ready, because Rialto is ready to rock this next school year. We have great plans. We are pulling out these events. Parent Summit, September 9th, Festival Latinos coming up, Dia de los Muertos, the Big Five. So get ready to rock and roll, Rialto. We are planning big. We are planning big. Remember when I stood up there and I said fireworks? Fireworks. I'm saying it again, fireworks. Don't tell Derek. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dominguez. Mr. Montes.
Thank you. I don't have a whole lot tonight, thank God. I just want to tell everybody to continue to enjoy their summer break. And I want to congratulate the students that will be graduating and walking on the 19th. Summer school graduations are just as important and mean just as much to those students and those families. I make an effort to try to go every year, even though I've missed a few here and there. But in case I'm not able to make it, I want to congratulate those students for completing and walking and congratulate their families. And continue to enjoy summer break. Can't wait for the school year to start in a few more weeks. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Montes. Board Clerk Martinez.
I really don't have much. There's a lot I do want to say, but what I will commit to, I need to review what our budget looks like, because when I look at it as COLA, I don't believe we're getting COLA. They're smoke and mirrors, Prop 98 and everything else. So I want to look at that before I commit one way or another. I can commit to what is agreed to at the table, but I'm being very cautious this year. I'll leave it there. Thank you, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. And I just have to say, Melody, wow. You know, July is Disability Awareness Month, but it's really the ability that counts. And she showed us it's the ability that counts. And as we move further for inclusion, we're going to point out and bring out the ability of each and every student. I just returned, and I want to thank my board colleagues, because plane was delayed and I'm a little fogged, but for supporting me. But I came back from the California Black School Educators, and we're focusing on is girls, African American girls, and really the needs that they have and the solutions. And the solution is right here. So we have the solutions. And when you have a solution for one, it usually transfers to other and their cultural reference. So we're working together, and I was just, when I saw that we are renewing Mr. Rez translation services, you know, I've watched other programs and they do not offer translation services. So, you know, the service that he provides to our board and to our meeting for translation, it's very hard to be a translator. People talk at different speeds, fast, slow, and skip in different meaning, and it's not like he's prepped, you know, especially for the public comment. So thank you so much, and I'm glad we continue. But we're not going to stop there. It's if you are a parent or a family that needs a particular language, please contact the superintendent office, whether it's sign or different dialect or different language, because we want you to be informed in your language of preference. That makes it easier for you to be involved with your student at school. So we have a Spanish translation because that's a larger percentage that's requesting it, but it's not limited. So if you need any documents, is that correct? Any of the educational materials into the native tongue that you speak, we have a translation services that translate how many different languages? A large variety. So it's if we don't have it, we can outsource it and find it. So we do have a service for that. So that's really important. And with this heat, I just want us to take time to remember the unhoused. There's a lot of children and families that are unhoused and don't like to say homeless anymore. Home is in your heart. So they have a home. They just don't have a house. And there's other people that we don't realize that they're staying in garage apartments and unair conditioned. That swamp cooler just not the same. It's just not the same. So let's just recognize that we do have that need, and just to be thankful. Sometimes I carry bottles of water with me during this heat, so if I see someone, you know, they come up to me, I'm able to give them at least a bottle of water to just quench their thirst. So that's all I have. Okay, so now we're moving to our consent calendar. Go ahead.
Consent calendar items. All items on the consent calendar will be acted upon in one motion unless pulled by Board of Education members or the superintendent for individual action. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay. Ms. Dominguez?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Just a comment.
Comment?
Yeah. I see that we're getting some grant money and some donations, and I just want to thank all of those organizations and the people who are contributing this money for different various programs, like food for our students. So thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Okay. So we'll just sort of rewind. Ms. Dominguez, your vote, roll call vote.
Aye.
Okay, Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
Ms. Lewis? Aye.
Okay, we will move on to discussion action items. Item F1, award bid number 2324001, classroom and office supplies. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion or questions?
Actually, I'll go ahead and read it, Mrs. Lewis, if you don't mind.
Ooh, I'm ahead of myself. All right. In flight.
Approve the award of bid number 2324001 to Complete Office of California Incorporated, Lakeshore Learning Materials, LLC, and Office Solutions Business Products and Services, LLC, for classroom and office supplies at a cost to be determined at the time of purchase and to be paid from various funds. Discussion?
Questions? Okay, roll call vote. Ms. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F2, award bid number 2324002, warehouse custodial supplies. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Question or discussion?
She has to read it.
And I'll go ahead and read it. Approve the award of bid number 2324002 to Signal Hill Auto Enterprises, Incorporated, doing business as Supply Solutions, Brady Industries of California, LLC, doing business as Gorm, Central Sanitary Supply, LLC, Maintex, Incorporated, Office Solutions, Business Products and Services, LLC, Pioneer Chemical Company, SW School Supply Incorporated, and Waxy Sanitary Supply for warehouse custodial supplies at a cost to be determined at the time of purchase and to be paid from various funds.
Okay, any questions or discussions? Okay, Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez.
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F3, reject all bids for bid number 2324003, extracurricular transportation services. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
This item is at a cost to be determined at the time of purchase and to be paid from various funds.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, Board Member Dominguez.
Aye.
Board Member Montez.
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez.
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F4, approve renewal agreements with contractors awarded as part of request for proposals RFP number T1718012, extracurricular transportation services. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
This item is for a period of 5 years from September 1, 2023, and to be paid from various funds.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, Board Member Dominguez.
Aye.
Board Member Montez.
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez.
Aye.
Lewis, aye.
Item F5, award proposal RFP RIANS 2023-2024-002 pizza products to American West Restaurant Group Pizza Hut. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
This item is effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost to be determined at the time of purchase and to be paid from the cafeteria fund.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez.
Aye.
Board Member Montez.
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez.
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F6, approve a renewal agreement with Stanley Convergent Security Solutions Incorporated. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Provide SONEP software services and maintenance for the Safety Control Dispatch Center effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2028 for a monthly cost of $1,035 or an annual cost of $12,420 for a combined total cost not to exceed $62,100 for 5 years and to be paid from the general fund.
Any questions or discussion? Ready for the roll call. Board Member Dominguez.
Aye.
Board Member Montez.
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez.
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F7, approve a renewal agreement with Think Together to provide after-school education and safety for the ACES program. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Question or
Provide-
discussion? Oh, go ahead.
Provide the after-school education and safety program at 18 elementary and 5 middle school sites in the district effective July 13, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $3,711,558.98 and to be paid from the after-school education and safety grant fund.
Is there any questions or discussion on this item?
Question.
Okay, Board Clerk Martinez.
As usual, we can't include the 19th, which is Fitzgerald. What are the plans to have Fitzgerald have together, think together?
I can respond. Sorry. Oh, here we go. There's one that's closer.
Snuck up on you.
Good afternoon, Board. So for Fitzgerald, we do have a plan. We are actually utilizing extended learning funding, ELOP, to also have a program at the site. It pretty much mirrors what Think Together does with, a little Rialto flavor.
Okay.
And so we're able to run a program at Fitzgerald that encompasses all the great things that are going on and then some.
Okay. I can live with that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional?
I just gotta say, Think Together is amazing. I love the program. I love the teachers. The kids love it. They have so much fun. When I went to go visit them, Think Together, keep it up. That's it.
Great. Roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez.
Aye.
Board Member Montez.
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez.
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F8, approve a renewal agreement with Panorama Education. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Jinx, yo, mi soda.
Provide social emotional learning measures and the student success platform at all school sites effective September 1, 2023 through August 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $85,352 and to be paid from the general fund.
Any questions or discussions? Ready for the roll call vote? Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Item F9, approve a renewal agreement to utilize Kings County Office of Education bid project number 061119, contract with Soft Choice for the purchase of Microsoft Volume licensing. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Authorize the use of the Kings County of Education bid project number 061119 with Soft Choice for the purchase of Microsoft Volume licensing effective August 1, 2023 through July 31, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $205,394.21 and to be paid from the general fund.
Any questions or discussions?
Comment.
Board Clerk Martinez?
I was under the impression that Microsoft still offered free Microsoft to schools. I'm wondering why we're not looking into that, or have we?
Great question. We have staff here for that. Beth Ann, can you make your way to the podium?
Hello, hello.
Good evening, Board President Lewis, board members, Dr. Avila, viewing audience. My name is Beth Ann Scantlebury, Lead Agent of Technology Services. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I was under the impression that Microsoft still offered to schools, to students, free accounts, free use of all the Microsoft product.
They do, and through this program, it's actually licensing our servers along with all the licensing for desktop computers and the laptops we use, but they do offer free services for students for home, even staff for home, at home.
Okay, so the $205,394 is covering everything like the servers, which doesn't have a person's name to it.
Correct.
Okay. Clarification for myself and the public.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Any further questions? Okay, ready for the roll call vote? Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Item F10, approve a renewal agreement with Image Learning for Supanic Virtual Academy. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Provide a learning license in digital libraries effective July 15, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $181,000 and to be paid from the general fund.
Okay. Do we have any questions or discussion? Okay, we ready for the roll call vote? Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Item F11, approve amendment number 1 to the agreement with Erickson Hall Construction to provide construction management services for the construction of two new two-story classroom buildings at Eisenhower High School. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
This item is in the amount of $1,073,463 for a revised contract amount not to exceed $3,311,202.84 and extend the contract duration to August 31st, 2025 and to be paid from Fund 21 General Obligation Bond and Fund 25 Capital Facilities Fund.
Any questions or discussion?
So this is the last of the Measure Y monies?
I'm loving it.
Wow.
Well, I have a question. The oversight of the construction, is it an independent oversight, or this is internal with this same contractor? And I'm asking a question because we've had some issues on other construction projects, and we had to get a consultant. So how are we tweaking this for this major project?
Right, so because this is a major project, Erickson Hall was contracted from the beginning to be the construction management company, and so they oversee all of the project. So a lot of those quality control elements are built into the plan as we're designing the project. We do have someone here from their firm that perhaps can provide a better explanation if
Yes,
we can
thank
have her
you.
come up to the microphone. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Board.
Good evening.
I
Good
am
evening.
Joanna Cady, and I'm a project executive with Erickson Hall Construction. So we are a consultant to the district. The project was put out to bid, and there are 21 multiple prime contractors. You've already awarded those contracts a couple of weeks ago at your board meeting. So some of those prime trade contractors might have 2 to 10 subcontractors underneath them. So our team, which is comprised of myself as executive oversight. We have a full-time superintendent on site. We have a full-time project manager. We have a full-time project engineer and a full-time admin to oversee those 21 multiple prime contracts and to make sure that we finish on time and deliver your beautiful dream of the enhancement to Eisenhower High School to you on time.
Great. My follow-up question is, are we utilizing for our subcontractor any of our local?
There were many local San Bernardino and Riverside County contractors that bid. We do outreach to the zip codes within, a 30-mile radius or so. So many of the contractors are local.
Okay, as in Rialto?
I'm not sure if anyone has a Rialto address, but they sure have San Bernardino County addresses.
Okay. So a lot of times I want to know that we are trying to stimulate our local. And so if you could sort of check and bring that back to the board.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
Sure.
and that way it gives awareness of, local contract that they
Right.
can subcontract and
Right.
go through the process.
There are some constraints, though.
Right.
Right. So there is a public contract code and CSLB requirement to pre-qualify certain contractors of certain trades. So general contractors, anybody that holds those licenses, as well as mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, all have to be pre-qualified.
Right.
So the bidding pool is limited to that list of the ones who pre-qualified. But again, we did an outreach on that, and we made sure that there were lots of new contractors bidding on it that may not have worked in the district before. So,
Great. Well, that would
okay.
be wonderful if you can just tell us who
Sure.
local, so we can really say that we outreach and they were able to work on this project
Okay,
in
we
some
will-
form of
We
action.
just
Right.
want to make sure no one's being left out or
Right, I
getting
get
the
that.
short end of the stick.
I get
Yeah.
that, and I know this is a big project for your district too.
Great.
So
We
we're
want
gonna.
our students to be able to enter these trades and and be able to say, hey, I graduated from this school, now I'm helping build this.
Well, we
additions.
actually, it's kind of exciting for us, actually. We had a meeting with facilities a couple months ago, and the site staff at Eisenhower came, and I brought our project engineer, Sophia, who's a 25-year-old, college graduate 3 years ago that we hired right out of college, and she's worked for us for those 3 years. And, she's a young woman with long hair and walking around on a construction site wearing a vest and a hard hat. And the assistant principal looked at her and said, "Are you going to be on site? Because I want you to talk to our juniors and seniors about opportunities in construction." So we would gladly participate in job fairs, career fairs, that kind of thing, and anything that we can do to help grow our trade. We have a severe shortage of construction workers in the industry. Most of us are aging out, whether we're actually carpenters or managers, and it's not always an attractive industry or field for high school students to go into, especially right out of school. They kind of need to find their way, but it's a very rewarding career, and it's a financially stable career if we can just convince the youngsters of that. So we'll do our best to help.
Great, greatly appreciated. Thank you so
Sure.
much. And money always feel good, you know.
Yes.
So that's why you tell the young ones, like,
Right.
this feels like money. So thank you so much, and you can work with our superintendent for opening up your organization for our trades and STEM programs.
Okay.
And CTE.
Any other questions?
Thanks for coming out tonight. We
Oh,
don't
no
know when we
problems.
call people up, but
I
you
kn-
just
I
you just
know.
so happen to be here.
Angie said, well,
Thank you.
please come in case they do. So-
There you go.
All right.
All
Thanks
righty.
very
Thank
much.
you, Angie. Thank you.
Okay, roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Okay, item F12, approve an amendment to the agreement with San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools Medical Administrative Activities. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Serve as the local education consortium for the Region 10 claims for reimbursement under the Medical Administrative Activities Program effective July 13, 2023 through June 30th, 2028 at a cost not to exceed $113,997 and to be paid from the Medical Administrative Activities Fund.
Any questions or discussion?
Yeah, I just have a quick question. Didn't we used to do the MA program ourselves before?
Not that I recall, but go ahead.
Ms. Brantley, can you make your way up to the podium?
I know we had consultants who helped us with these reimbursements in the past, but I could have sworn Mr. Islam had developed a way to do it in-house.
What this contract is for the oversight that's required at the county level. So it's not necessarily to put together the claim, but to have the claims reviewed and submitted on our behalf. So it's almost required of us to have this contract through the county. But Angela can provide more context.
And some districts do hire their own, depending on the amounts.
It's required by the county to be reviewed and us to pay the county to review it.
Okay. Please approach. Thank
Good
you.
evening, Board. Angela Brantley, Lead Student Services Agent. So we do in-house our billing process, and it's led by our Coordinator of Health Services. But there are 3 contracts that annually come before the Board, that are part of that oversight. And for the auditing and all those pieces, that we make sure that we get it all right, because we don't have that capacity. And so that's why those parts are mandated, and it's paid for out of the money that we recover.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any further questions or discussion?
Keep up the good work.
Okay, we're ready for the roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Item F13, approve to amend an agreement with Skillstruck. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
To amend the original agreement from 2 years to 3 years, effective July 13, 2023 through June 30th, 2026, increasing the original contract agreement of $102,800 to $124,500 at a cost not to exceed $21,700 and to be paid from the general fund.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, ready for the roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Item F14, approve an agreement with Fanay Engineering and Testing to provide geotechnical materials testing and special inspection services for the construction of the 2 new 2-story classroom buildings at Eisenhower High School. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay. Jinx. Okay.
Don't fight for it. Don't fight for it.
Yeah.
This item will be effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2025 at a cost not to exceed $158,200 $285.10 and to be paid from Fund 21 General Obligation Bond and Fund 25 Capital Facilities Fund.
Okay, any questions or discussion? Ready for the roll call? Okay. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F15, approve an agreement with Perkins Eastman to provide architectural services for the baseball field renovation at Eisenhower High School and new baseball field lighting at Rialto High School. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
She has to read it. Pulling the stuff.
Yeah.
Provide architectural services for the baseball field renovation at Eisenhower High School and new baseball field lighting at Rialto High School effective July 13, 2025 through December 31, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $160,000 and to be paid from Fund 40 Special Reserve Capital Outlay Projects.
Okay, questions and discussion?
Correction. From July 13th, 2023 through July 31st, 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
Now, I've been hearing from parents at the girls' softball field for years, and we've been promising them for years, please tell me this includes the girls' softball field over there that gets pitch black when the lights go out, when the sun goes down and the lighting doesn't reach over there. This include the girls' softball field?
Not specifically. Hold on. We are receiving special grant funding for these two projects, and so they are exclusive to the baseball fields. However, with the bond measure, one of our priorities has been safety measures, and so that's something that's being considered under the bond funding. So you'll see that in the future.
Okay.
How far in the future that is? Because baseball season's
I
coming
mean,
up.
they got to get their
These are
cell phones and light their way because they
probably
can't walk
18-month
to
to
put
a
the
year
equipment away.
projects, so it's going to take time.
All right.
So I have a question.
But
too
we
on
do
this.
have the ability to do temporary lighting, so
And
that's
they
something
have-
that we
they
can
have- yeah,
discuss.
and they have
Okay.
from time to
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
So my question is, since this will be a renovation, are we having inclusion as far as, Eisenhower is one of these schools that a lot of times we can't do our divergent games because of bathrooms or location of the locker rooms or ADA bathrooms in there.
Because of the scope of the work, ADA compliance will be one of the required elements.
And
And so it will be part of the scope of the work.
Okay. And sometimes when you're doing ball fields and things like that, you need to have a not just ADA, but you need to have a consultant that have the inclusion in their mind.
Okay, think that's a very good point. Thank you.
You know, so that probably, since it's going to be a renovation, they need to be on instead of your backtracking after you paid all that money to, make it wheelchair accessible or roll or motorized scooters to that. And then the adaptive equipment, so if they want to play baseball, that the field should have that in there.
Thank you.
Okay, ready for a roll call vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Ms. Dominguez?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F16, approve an agreement with Linda Mood Bell. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Provide compensatory reading instruction effective July 13, 2023 through June 30, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $50,000 and to be paid from the general fund.
Is there any questions or discussion? Okay, roll call. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis, aye.
Item F17, approve an agreement with General Environmental Management Services Incorporated. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Conduct inspections, sample collection, analysis, and report of findings at the designated structure for asbestos for district and school sites as needed, effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2024, at a cost not to exceed $50,000 and to be paid from the general fund.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, ready for the roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
And Board President Lewis? Aye.
Item F18, approve an agreement with PF Vision Incorporated to provide Division of State Architect inspection services for the construction of 2 new 2-story classroom buildings at Eisenhower High School. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Provide Division of State Architect inspection services for the 2 new 2-story classroom buildings at Eisenhower High School, effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2025, at a cost not to exceed $372,000 and to be paid from Fund 21 General Obligation Bond and Fund 25 Capital Facilities Fund.
Is there any further question or discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
And Board President Lewis? Aye.
Item F19, approve an agreement with McGraw-Hill. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Provide the Number World's Intervention Program for all schools serving TK through grade 5, effective July 13, 2023 through June 30th, 2024, at a cost not to exceed $68,554.41 and to be paid from the General Fund, Title I.
Any questions or discussion on this? Okay. Roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Item F20, adopt resolution number 232401, authorizing and providing for the levying of special taxes within Community Facilities District number 2019-1. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
The Board of Education, acting as the governing body of the Community Facilities District Number 2019-1, adopted an ordinance which provided for levying and the collection of special taxes within the CFD. Adoption of Resolution Number 232401 will levy the special taxes for fiscal year 2023-2024 upon all properties within the Community Facilities District which are not otherwise exempt from taxation. Special taxes levied in accordance with the rate and method of apportionment requires payment to the treasurer tax collector of the County of San Bernardino, California.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Item F21, adopt resolution 232402, remuneration. Do
So
we have a
move.
motion?
So move.
Second.
Excuse the absence of Board Vice President Nancy G. O'Kelly from the Wednesday, June 21st, 2023 regular meeting of the Board of Education.
Okay, roll call vote. Ms. Dominguez? Board
Aye.
Member? Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Lewis? Aye.
Okay, we move to adjournment. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Third, fourth.
The next regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Rialto Unified School District will be held on August 9th, 2023 at 7 p.m. at the Dr. John Casalunas Education Center, 182 East Walnut Avenue, Rialto, California. Materials distributed or presented to the Board of Education at the board meeting are available upon request from the Superintendent's office.
Okay, roll call vote. Board Member Dominguez?
Aye.
Board Member Montez?
Aye.
Board Clerk Martinez?
Aye.
And Board President Lewis? Aye. And the time is 8:10.